Astro Tarot Forecast. My name is Audrey Alison, and I'm shuffling the Alchemical Tarot by Robert M. Place. I have used this since I started on YouTube in 2013, so it's a really trusted deck of mine. And I'll draw a few cards at the end. Please watch your moon sign, your rising, and your sun sign here for a full dose of the cosmos and divination for the month. And if you haven't already done so, check out your psychic tarot readings that I uploaded a few days ago just to see if the cards sync up at the end of the reading. I always use the same deck in each month for both forecasts. Cancer, we have a major transit this month that affects you beautifully. And it is about Jupiter's shift into the water sign of Pisces. Since this is a brother-sister water sign like you, this trines the planetary placements that you have in Cancer, and it forms a beautiful, harmonious aspect to you, filtering positive energy into the sign of Cancer, and in particular, in the 9th sector, the 9th house of certification, foreign travel, learning, study, belief systems, wisdom, vision, and your future knowledge in life. The 9th house has a lot to do with legalities and properties and political beliefs and your religious, personal belief system, how you are comprised in all of those areas. And Jupiter here is a knowledgeable planet. Jupiter transits into Pisces on May 13th through July 18th. You'll get a taste of this energy for 2 months and 5 days here before he then retrogrades back deeper into Aquarius, where he is now, where you've been used to him for a year in your 8th sector of shared resources, loans, investments, property settlements, and shared monies together for personal gains, and a commitment to your money in the future in partnership. So you're used to expanding the areas of property in the last year and your relationship in that area, your intimacy. But now Jupiter enters Pisces, a very compassionate placement for 2 months, 5 days. And this has you expanding your knowledge, your mind, what you are skilled in. Your vision for the future can shift, and you can see things much larger than in a narrow tunnel. This is a very expansive place for Jupiter, the 9th house. This is all things Eastern when it comes to healing and health and therapies. Eastern traditions, acupuncture, Reiki, crystal healing, astrology, tarot, whatever you're into. This is where your interests could turn, and you might find that you are more responsive to those methods of healing or spiritual practices. Jupiter retrogrades in Aquarius from July 18 through October 18, then goes direct in Aquarius on 10/18 through 12/28. Then he officially moves into Pisces for good December 28th. I know that we're way ahead, but I wanted to give you a picture of what's to come, because you're not fully done with the Jupiter in Aquarius experience, but you're going to travel in that 2-month, 5-day time period. You could plan a far trip, go the distance. This is long distance travel and has to do with foreign experience, what you are not familiar with. And that is inspiring to you. So I would suggest a new location and not something you've been before. We have a full moon total lunar eclipse as well this month on May 26th at 5 degrees of Sagittarius. This is the health sector and the work sector, your responsibilities. It's the task sector. And Cancer is responsible for tending to details and everyone's details, I want to say. This full moon on the 26th creates an awareness of what is your job versus what is everyone else's job. And some of those tend to bleed together. for Cancer. And there's a discerning energy of, that's not my responsibility. Pick and choose your tasks, Cancer. The full moon eclipse brings an awareness to maybe someone taking advantage of your good-natured self and crossing a boundary in work and or your daily routine. Health should be honestly seen and dealt with. Cardio, lower the blood pressure, lower the cholesterol, take tally of your physical self. And there's an honesty here. You're able to see what needs to be maintained and maintained, and you can move forward accordingly. Now, we do receive a Mercury retrograde on May 29th. This month is chock full of cuckoo. No, I'm kidding. It's chock full of transits and pretty powerful astrology. Mercury retrogrades May 29th through June 22nd. I know we're getting into next month, but this retrograde occurs in the place where Mercury, Venus, and Venus and the Sun are. Sorry. So Mercury's here too, and those three planets are conspiring together to have you assess your downtime. Cancer is overworked and underpaid. And you might become more and more aware of this month because this retrograde occurs in the sector that governs the subconscious mind, the memory, the dream, your restless sleep. And it's time to revise, review, and rewrite. So some of this comes with how well are other people valuing me? What is my job versus theirs? Where are my boundaries? And where is my sleep? This is a restless transit, or retrograde, I should say, with Mercury here. But I want to see what's in your tarot. And I'm going to pull a few cards for you if you'd like a private reading. I'm at audreyalison.com. Cancer, you now have control over when you book with me. You can see my calendar through my new booking system and select your own time. So that's at audreyalison.com on my Book a Reading tab. Cancer, here are your cards for the month. I'll say the Seven of Wands, the fighting dogs. Pick and choose your battles. Competition, aggression, toxic masculinity. Sorry guys, but it's just a thing. Seven of Wands is about standing up to yourself and your boundary. What job is not mine? What job is yours? I keep getting that. Yes, and the Knight of Swords. Wow, Cancer, you're getting some pretty aggressive cards for the Cancerian energy, but the Knight of Swords is no longer tolerating something. He's about to cut the head off that dragon. And the Knight of Swords is one of the harshest court cards because he rushes in where angels fear to tread. The Knight of Swords could be an air sign or just the form of communication style you choose, which is nothing short of assertive to aggressive. And say what you mean. Don't say too much. Say exactly what is necessary. Keep it terse, keep it sweet. Hermit, and step away from the vehicle. Once you say what is said, you don't need to stick around and watch them cry. No, you don't need to participate. The Hermit retreats, leaves the light on for incoming calls and messages, but doesn't participate in the ghetto. I mean, sometimes we all have to get a little ghetto. It's just what's good. But I get that Cancer will speak their mind effectively and move on. Here you are, baby. Queen of Coins, or Queen of Cups, Queen of Vessels. That's the Cancerian female or Pisces, Scorpio water sign, just showing up to say, listen, you still have that intuitive, compassionate self, but sometimes you just don't want to play. And sometimes you have to say what is important so you don't become physically affected by what you repress, which is also a thing. All right, Cancer. I wish you a beautiful month ahead. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.